All right, moving on to South America, where the president of Peru was ousted by Congress and arrested on charge of rebellion on Wednesday after he sought to dissolve the legislative body and take unilateral control of the government, triggering a grave constitutional crisis in the country. Now, Peru's Vice President Dina Boluarte replaced Pedro Castillo and became the first female leader in the history of the republic after hours of wrangling between the legislature and the departing president, who had tried to prevent an impeachment vote. Lawmakers voted 106 with 10 abstentions to remove Castillo from office for reasons of permanent moral incapacity. He left the presidential palace in a car that carried him through Lima's historic downtown. He then entered a police station, and hours later, federal prosecutors announced that Castillo had been arrested on the rebellion charge for allegedly violating constitutional order. Now, during Castillo's brief administration, Boluarte was the Minister of Development and Social Inclusion. Meanwhile, supporters of former President Pedro Castillo protested in Lima on Wednesday following hours of a constitutional crisis that ended in his ousting. Groups of demonstrators faced on the streets, with those supporting his dismissal by Congress, and police intervened to prevent harm. After being ousted by Congress, Castillo left the presidential palace in an automobile that carried him through the city's historic downtown. He then entered a police station, and hours later, federal prosecutors announced that he had been arrested on the rebellion charge for allegedly violating constitutional order. Now, as mentioned, Vice President Dina Boluarte replaced Pedro Castillo and now becomes the first female leader in the history of the Republic of Peru after hours of wrangling between the legislature and the president, who then had tried to prevent an impeachment vote.